Card making friends, I have a super fun and easy technique to share with you today called the Embossed Double Vision Technique. With just 2 steps, you can transform an ordinary embossed background into a panel full of dimension, depth, and visual interest. It truly feels like a bit of magic. Hi, I'm Sandi, and welcome back to my channel. For my first card, I'm going to be using the Simon Says stamps Peony and Bells. It's an embossing folder, plus there are dies. We're also going to be using the 3D foam strips. And what you need is a A2 card base top folding, and you need a card front 4 by 5 1/4, which you are going to pop into the embossing folder just like this and run it through your die cutting machine. So you have this beautiful image. Isn't it gorgeous? And now we're going to chop it all up. We're going to stick it into the paper trimmer, and we are going to cut these into little 1/2-inch strips all the way across. And try and not press too hard. It's not very often that I recommend you cut after you emboss, because your cutting machine can actually flatten some of your embossing. But in this case, we're going to. And you see that I'm going through and methodically cutting it into 1/2-inch strips, and then I'm saving the strips over on the right hand side, and I'm trying to keep them in order. It's very important to do that. Okay, so when you get down to that last piece, I know it's really hard to hold on to, so here is a little trick. I take another piece of cardstock and then I use some repositionable tape. And this is the Best Ever Craft tape from Spellbinders. It's my favorite because you can use it 5 or 6 times and it works great. And unfortunately, I forgot to line up the bottom section, not the top. Otherwise, it's hard to cut it straight. So let me just reposition that here. And we're going to pop it back into the paper trimmer and cut those last 2 panels. Okay, so lining that up, and I need to move it over to the 1/2. And get these last 2 pieces. That last one you got to line right up with the silver edge of the trim. Okay, there we go. There's that last piece is stuck to the other panel. So I'm just going to remove that and then gently remove the repositionable tape. And we have all our pieces. We're ready to do the front of our card. I like to dry fit all my pieces onto the card front just to make sure I have them all lined up properly. The Embossed Double Vision Technique is similar to the Eclipse technique, but instead of using letters to create words, we're creating the effect with strips. And by raising every second strip, you create depth, dimension, and movement across the entire design, making the embossed pattern really stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these strips of foam tape to the back of every second panel, and then we're going to glue down the flat ones in between each one. So I am going to speed this up just from here on, so that you can still see what I'm doing, but it's not going to take 5 minutes. So you want a good white craft glue for the flat portions, because of course they are embossed, so they're not going to lie flat, and you need a good bunch of glue to hold it in place. I like to use Simon Says Stamps craft glue. It has a nice matte finish, so if you get a little bit that sticks out, it's not going to show up as a big shiny blob. I have all my pieces ready to go, so now we can start putting it together. I'm going to start with a high one that has foam strips on it, and I'm going to use my tweezers because positioning the first one is very important. You need that 1/4 inch showing around on the 3 sides. So you want to make sure that you position that first one evenly so that the rest will be straight up and down and line up accordingly. So you see the second one is one of the flat ones, and then I'm coming back to the 3rd panel, and you just have to pull all the release paper off and then line this up. And I find that lining it up a little bit overlapping and then laying it flat, it lines up very nicely. Okay, and I'm just double checking because I have mixed up my pieces when I slid it. And I also find that turning the card sideways, I find it easier to line up this way. So I have another video I'm starting tomorrow, and I have a different way of laying these down for you as well. I'm going to use the same embossing folder, but it's a completely different technique. And I give you a little sneak peek right at the very end of this one. And the card is beautiful. I absolutely love it. Okay, so I'm halfway through. I've got the high one. Now I'm coming back with the low one after I check and make sure I've got the right panel or the right strip. Laying that down. And don't forget that you can also put your white glue on the back of these foam strips. If you're a little bit worried about positioning, it gives you a couple of seconds to move it around before it sticks permanently. Okay, and I've got my last piece, and I'm just going to glue that in place. Voila! There's our card front. Didn't it turn out pretty? It's gorgeous. Okay, so it's gorgeous all like that, but this die set has a couple of overlays. So there's a flower, and then there's 2 sets of bells, and you're going to cut those out of white cardstock as well. This is an all white card, just in case you haven't noticed yet. It's another wedding card, but of course you can change out the sentiment and make it anniversary, birthday, whatever you like. And then you're going to take these cutout panels and you're going to line them up inside the embossing folder, and they kind of click into place. Just slide them over and then you'll find that they just slide right in. So then run them through your machine and you have this beautiful embossed image, and you're going to be able to line that up right over top of your background. Then you're going to do the same thing with the bells, and I find that doing these each by themselves is a lot easier than trying to do all 3 at once, because they move around while you're trying to get the other piece in there. Okay, I have all 3 pieces embossed, so now it's time to place them on the card. And I'm going to use white glue for this because we already have our whole back panel is raised by the thickness of your foam strips. So you don't want this to be too much higher, otherwise it's going to cost you extra postage to mail it. And so use lots of glue on the back of these panels, and you want to just slide them into place, and they should fit perfectly right over top of the embossed design. So embossing folders, you want to be very picky about the ones that you choose for this technique. You want something that's got a design element across as much of the space as possible. It makes it more interesting. And I'm going to show you after this is finished another one that I thought would be quite good, but it ended up not being, and we'll explain why. Okay, so we're just going to add our little elements down the bottom, making sure that we have them nicely lined up. And this one works really well because there's nice overlays, but they don't take over the whole card. And you can still see the double vision technique in the background. So this is actually a perfect embossing folder for this technique. Isn't that pretty? So you still got the leaves in the background, and you got the up and down, up and down. I think it looks like an old wood fence, I think. Anyway, I'm going to use some easy strips, and I'm going to add a sentiment to this one. And I think this one is Traditional Weddings. I think it came out with the May release from Simon Says Stamps. And I have this Congratulations, and then there's a smaller panel as well that we can add a second. And there's quite a few to choose from in this set. So you just pick the one that you want and snip it apart. There's the piece I want. Okay, just trim off the ends and then make sure it's going to fit on there. And that one says always and forever if you can't read it. And again, because we're on raised panels, I am going to use my craft glue and glue these down. And they fit nice and flat across these panels. And if you want, if you're a little worried about it, you can also put foam squares in between, but it's really not necessary. And then I just moved it out of the way. Got to straighten it again. Okay, so we got that going. We're just going to put this little panel in here. And if you have any yellow tape from doing your cutting, take that off, because you do get a little halo of that color in behind on the white. So it is noticeable. Okay, and I'm just going to put that down there and add a little bit to the back of that last piece so that it lays flat. Oh, I'm loving these. This is such a cool technique. I've tried this with about 6 different embossing folders, and it's really cool. Okay, so I decided I'm going to add a little bit of bling, so I have these crystal clear dazzling gems from Simon Says Stamps, and I'm going to add 3 of them, a large one, a medium one, and a small. And I am going to go around the sentiment. And that's all you need. There's lots going on the front of this card. So I'm just using my little embellishment wand to pick them up and add the glue underneath them. And there we go. And I love using these little embellishment trays. It makes it so easy to put all of those gems back into that little tiny jar. So there's the card. It's all finished. Up close and personal. It's got lots of detail, lots of depth. It's really quite lovely. So here's the second one, and I did the gorgeous hydrangea. Again, I thought this would be awesome, and really, when you look at it, it is. But this one also has a die as well, and it's the entire flower. So by the time you add the die to it, you can't see any of the double vision technique in the background. So be careful about which embossing folders you choose. Speaking of, here's your sneak peek at my next video, and I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Everything I have used is listed underneath the video. There's also a link over to my blog for some additional details. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you again soon. And before you go, here's a couple more videos I thought you might like.